Hey,
What's
what's
up,
up,
guys?
everybody? We're doing a podcast, and in this podcast, we've got a lot of people. We're going to be talking about the end of the format, the results of nationals, and some stuff that's happening next format. To join us in this podcast, we've got Joseph number one.
Hello.
We've got Dolo.
Right.
We've got Mason and Beau. They're like conjoined.
Oh, faggot! Don't call me that.
And we've got Aaron.
Uh, uh,
Also a faggot.
And we've got Dimetri. It's his first podcast. Welcome to the show.
Yay.
We hope
He
you
stole
enjoy
his
it so
computer, especially for this.
So, the first thing we're going to talk about is U.S. Nationals results. Dragons won, which was unexpected, and it was Patrick Hoban, sorry.
Oh, I already disagree with something. I heard the word
Hashtag
unexpected.
Yeah. So, what are our thoughts about Patrick Hoban winning?
Bad.
Patrick Hobad winning.
Yeah, I mean, like, what was his? I heard he just got lucky game 3 with Erad.
Yeah, because he opened up E-Red, and they go.
So sounds about right. Does this, what do you guys think of the Dragons winning? Just predictable, kind of what everybody expected, or?
Yeah, basically.
See, Dragons went in looking for booty, and Dragons came out taking booty. Everybody expected Dragons to take booty, and booty was taken by Dragons.
We had already known that it was going to be one of the two top decks anyway.
Yeah, so I guess it was just not an exciting Nats, not like, TG Stun suddenly winning, or even last year's windups.
What was a wind-up surprise?
Last
Yeah.
year, yeah.
I guess it was a surprise.
Even before that was like
Yeah, because
TG surprise.
the three decks going into last year was we had Dino,
and Zector
and Chaos Drag.
and
then all of a sudden the wind-up popped up. It's like, hey, we are some $3 cards. Y'all want to fuck?
They was played by Aaron's twin brother.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, fucking, I'm gonna bite your head off, son. Like that.
That's horrible.
So, some other things that happened at Nationals apparently is Jarrell Winston cheated, got some kid banned for 2 years. Who heard about that?
Wait, what?
I did.
Yeah. So, for those of you who know, Dolo, explain what happened there, or what you.
It was gonna be a draw, and some kid offered Jarrell a Daro, and there was a judge there, and the judge said it wasn't legal. And they went ahead and took the draw. They both signed the slip, and after that, Jarrell supposedly went and talked to the head judge about it, and the kid got disqualified and banned. Basically, the story.
Wow.
Well, see, he didn't talk about it. It was some other people brought it up to him, but yeah, they asked him about it, and then.
But see, that's what the confusion is because
he was
nobody knows.
Salty like in the draw.
Yeah.
Well, see, like Winston put up a video saying how there was like people that was watching the match as well, going up there and asking him about it, and supposedly from his point of view, like the other people got him banned, and he was just there as like asking questions and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't care.
Because he supposedly told him not. He supposedly was trying to tell them not to ban him and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's pretty much it's like it all comes down to who you want to believe. Basically.
Right,
I can't.
yeah.
I just can't believe Pro Winston because
I can't either. That's what I said.
He just seems like a fucking snake in the grass, dude. Every time I fucking talk to him or seen him at every fucking event.
Wow, Mason, that's hateful.
A lot of pro players.
I'll be honest, I'm not
need
the
a
biggest.
list of your top 3 pro players.
That I hate or like?
We'll go with.
I don't like any of them.
8. We have to go.
Yeah, I'm
to
with Paul.
We're gonna go with.
Like, I
top
mean,
people you
honestly,
actually like. Give me some pro players that you actually like.
Billy Bright, Jeff Jones, and the third one's a mystery.
No
all I
Waller.
have to say is like they're
I don't
all.
like Waller.
How do you not like Waller? Waller's a nice dude.
Mike Steinman, third.
Yeah.
I can name 3 of them that I hate, and 2 of them are black.
Yeah, I can too. I did that same with me.
Oh no!
Is it Mexican?
My number one hate is fucking Nizar.
Mexican is cool. Nazar is the #1 hate. I totally agree with you, Mason.
But Mason, can he be a pro if he's banned?
Huh? I guess. Like, can Roy St. Clair be a pro if he's banned? I guess so.
All they do is get the little asterisk next to their name. It's
How
like
did Roy St. Clair get?
player may or may not have cheated.
He came. He was banned. He came back. He taught YCS Austin. And he got banned again.
Yeah, he actually fought the guy who was playing 6 Samurais for my team, and OTK'd him and went on to the top 32.
Yeah.
That's
Playing
retarded.
So,
Yeah, with OTK card curries.
were there any other crazy national stories that might have gone unheard of?
If you didn't get fucking like bears for 20 and horse princess for 4 when you were there, you're shit out of luck. That's what I gotta say.
You don't fall asleep until round 5 behind a stairwell because no one knows where you are and will not tell you where the round starts.
Where you were. We told you.
Oh yeah, and Master of Blades was like $50.
You were like, nigga, that's nice.
And now Master Blade is like 25 or 30, I think.
Yeah.
So,
No,
Aaron,
it's like
Still
15.
fucking high.
Aaron, how was your experience at nationals? Aaron went, you guys.
Why are you in here?
Oh, I think he's having some personal problems. Aaron, how was your nationals experience?
Marshmallows and more marshmallows.
You're
Aaron,
gonna have fucking best ribs.
I heard y'all almost got attacked by Amish people.
Yeah.
And Dimitri, how about you? How was your nationals experience?
It was okay.
I'm good.
What were you playing, Dimitri?
Evil Swarms.
How did that go? How were your rounds? What did you lose?
I got sacked by Dragons and Prophecy, and I beat the mirror. So hey, yeah, that's good.
Dimitri,
What?
once I get back from Walmart, do you want to play?
What? No. Podcast was.
I don't care.
No.
Okay.
Anyways,
Fuck
so
your podcast.
our next topic is there are some new Yu-Gi-Oh events that Konami is going to be incorporating soon. The first of these is the Store Series. Every other month, every locals, or at least most of them, are going to have sort of a pseudo-regional, just a tournament where the top 2 players get invites to nationals. What do we think of this idea, you guys? Is this good?
I think it's innovative. Also, Paul, you're gonna be in charge of doing the demos this weekend for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. I forgot to tell you, but there's that.
Wait, excuse me, what?
Well, he's gone now, so yeah.
That's nice to know. Well, anyways, what do we think of the Store Series? I think that this is a good way for them to like kind of get Nat's invites rolling, and I think it'll also be cool because like it'll make the shops have or our shop at least, have a competitive Saturday every now and then, you know, like where people.
Not really, unless we get more players. Like it's never gonna be competitive in the first place unless we get more people.
People still gonna play the dumb.
I'm gonna get my invite with batteries or some stupid shit.
It's possible. I say it is.
Hey, Aaron's
I'm just gonna be an asshole.
Aaron's been known to do pretty well with random stuff, so.
Speaking of being an asshole, I hate to be this guy, but we're gonna have to like make sure that Cena doesn't get an invite.
Yeah, we
That's what
really
I'm
do.
saying.
Yeah.
It's like it seems good until you see Cena at Nationals and you just want to kill yourself.
That's so wrong.
I'm going to dick roll him every time he asks a question. Yes, MST negates.
And he doesn't know MST does not negate.
Just tell him all of his monster effects mistime.
That is so wrong.
But
That's terrible.
You better agree with us.
So
I'm not gonna ask a question like that.
So I think that this is though a good thing. I think it's good that they're getting more invites going through locals, but in a way it's kind of bad because like a lot of people, you know, some scrubs will end up getting their invites this way. But whatever. I guess that happens every year. So
that would be free wins at the actual event. So who cares?
It kind of hurt, Paul.
What? I mean, it's kind of true.
It is true.
Dimitri, Aaron, what do you guys think of this? You know, the Store Series every other month.
It's good. It'd be easier to get your invite.
Yeah, I think it's good one way because I can get my invite and then I can play whatever I want at regionals and stuff. But
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I don't want to see certain people at nationals ever.
You do that anyway.
Well, yeah, but I want reassurance.
I understand.
All right, so the next thing is, this is a big one. Alter Reality Games' new Open Series tournaments. For those of you who do not know, this is a thing that they're doing where basically you pay them money, they fuck you in the asshole with a wind dildo, and no, just kidding. No.
Wooden dildo, you say?
Yeah, with splinters.
It's called the Devastator.
No, Lou. Also,
It devastated.
yeah.
The devil's penis.
Paul, who told you that? That's
I
my
did.
idea.
Yeah, so anywho, um, yeah, you pay money, and the prizes for winning are basically like $1,500 or however much amount of money, and like,
All I know is it's a YCS event, but it's like 5,000 times better than a YCS actually
yeah.
is.
Basically, the reason why this is good is because it offers prize support that people have been wanting for a long time. Because, traditionally you just win a mat or whatever, and that's about it. So now you kind of get real prizes. You can cash in this money towards like computers, iPads, PS4, Xbox Bad.
YCS flights, everything.
Yeah, flights to places and just accommodations.
I, I,
So it's really nice. The first one's in September on the 21st and 22nd. What do we all think of this? How big do you guys think the first one's going to be?
I think it's
2,500.
gonna. I think it's gonna be fun because you kind of guaranteed to see a fist fight.
I agree.
$1,500 is a lot. Is a lot of money to a Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, not necessarily to a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but just somebody playing a card game.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know?
like, I think that people are going to be really serious at this, which kind of,
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction because
Yeah, it
Magic's been
is.
doing that since their inception. We're not there yet, but this is good. It's definitely a good step.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. I also think that it's just like a good way to get like the competitive scene kind of more rewarding, I guess. Like you actually get rewarded for going to these kind of things. Mason,
Oh,
how many people do you think will be there?
I'm gonna guess 2,500 to 3,000, but I'm gonna guess closer to 25.
Personally, I think it's going to be a lot fewer. I'm thinking like just for this very first one, maybe just 1,000, and then like it builds from there is something I could see happening. Like start 1,000, next one maybe 1,500, and kind of
All I
just
know is like you have to go to these events, and at the end of the year, you can only get into the private tournament with points. And you win
Oh
from
wow.
there.
the private tournament uses.
It's like a nationals, but your invite. It's like how Japan does their nationals. You have to have a certain amount of points to get to go to Japan's nationals.
Hey Aaron,
Ah,
at the special tournament that you have to get invited to, that's where they use the metal dildo.
oh,
The Konami branded one.
the steel devastator.
Yes.
Yeah, the steel
Fucking they
devastator.
brand you as Konami bitch on the side of your asshole.
Yeah. Um, but I mean, like, I think this will be a cool thing. I'm happy because it gives like it kind of puts all the pro players in one place, like a YCS sort of would. Um, and I'm happy about that because I get videos, but I also get to meet some. I'll probably get to meet some YouTubers and stuff. So it's like a good gathering of players, I suppose, and that's never bad. Do you guys think though that with it being kind of right after the ban list, like will the meta be defined enough by then for there to be a solid pick for the winner, or will it be?
It'll that tournament will define the meta, in my opinion. Like the first event of every format will define a meta usually. So I think that'll be the tool that we use for the rest of the format.
Yeah, what do you guys, Dimitri, Aaron, what do y'all think?
Yeah. I, I think it's good. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
And and do you guys think that like this might pose sort of a threat to YCS events? Like, I mean, like in terms of I guess like competition and like a gathering of players, do you think this is sort of a threat to the YCS thing?
Not really. Simply because like this is gonna sound retarded, but a lot of you get players play for like title, I guess. Because like, if you're playing this game, you're not playing for money, obviously. So you're mostly playing for title, and that's what YCSs give you, basically.
Oh, so you think it'll still be pretty much, like YCS will still won't
Oh, if
replace.
it starts to affect YCSs, Konami will do something about it. I mean,
Of course they would.
I was um I was interested in Konami allowing this because the rumor had it. No, this is just rumor, but rumor had it that they wanted to do like cash first, but it was something Konami wasn't, gonna allow. I'm not sure if that's true, whatever you hear on the internet. But
It's because they don't want nobody to make the money but themselves.
do you guys think that if cash were involved, how do you guys think this would change this event?
Magic wouldn't have a chance.
Nah, not even.
Yeah, I think that if money were involved, things would get a lot dirtier. Like
People,
then
the whole game would be overall more competitive than it is now.
I think there'd be more like outright confrontations though over like rules and stuff. We'd have more fights over Yu-Gi-Oh, more crying.
Then like when money's involved, you have real pros because they'll take their time out of their life. Like that'll be their job.
Yep.
That is true.
It'd be like competitive poker. Like people play poker as a job, like a living.
Aaron, would you? I mean, what are your thoughts on money versus just prize credit? Oh, Joseph, you're back.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. So, what are your thoughts on like money, playing for money versus just playing for prize credit?
It make those terms a lot more viable. Like if there's a chance to win money, maybe you'll get all the money you spent going up there back. A lot of people come up there and risk.
Someone's watching TV. So the next. So.
Yeah, trick,
Oh,
yeah.
oh wow. Okay. Anyways, so the next topic is the was this just kind of a look back on this format. Like, let's be honest, it wasn't. I don't think anybody like truly enjoyed this format. If you guys had to kind of just give it an overall sort of appraisal, what would you say about this last?
Give it a 1 to 10 rating.
Yeah, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, and explain why. Like Mason, what do you think?
I'll give it a 5 because it wasn't that fun. We talked about the first half of the format before Tachyon, or the whole format as it is.
More or less Tachyon.
Okay, I'll give it a 5 because it wasn't fun, but it could have been worse. It could have been Teledad. It could have, but it was damn close. And it was terrible for budget players all around.
Yeah. Aaron, 1 to 10, and why?
Like a 2 because I'm a budget player and prophecies are gay and dragons are gay. Mermails were fine, but then title came out and then they weren't fine anymore. And it made all my decks look from bad to even worse. So, no
Dimitri,
enjoyment at all.
Dimitri, 1 to 10, and why?
The second half, well, the first half I give like an 8 because that was fun. That was okay. Second half I give like a 2 because I hate dragons and spellbooks. I don't like them. They're gay.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus. Dolo, kind of 1 to 10 on this format.
First half of the format was like an 8. I'm like Dimitri, was like an 8 because I mean like Fire Fist was fun at the beginning of the format. I love that deck. And
Yeah.
then after Tachyon Dragons came out, like everybody thought Fire Fist might have got Rooster and Tachyon, but we didn't, and it didn't carry over. So it kind of sucked for me.
Yeah, and then Joseph number one. For those of you wondering why I call him Joseph number one, there's another Joseph, but he's not in this podcast. So Joseph number one, 1 to 10.
For me personally, it was like a 6.5. Dragons has kind of ruined the entire thing for me.
Yeah.
Spellbooks kind of did too. Especially with people running Kaiko. So
Yeah, me personally, I think that like post Tachyon, the only benefit that I saw was that it made people like really rack their brains to try to like think of tech cards to like stop, the opposition, and like we saw stuff like main deck Benny's Emptiness, main deck Imperial Iron Walls.
But then it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, it still wasn't enough, which is why the format still wasn't great. But at least like it got to the point where you had to get creative. Although I don't know if it's really creativity at that point because it's like you have to run it to survive.
It made hunters good
almost. So if I had to give it a number, I'd give it like a 5, I guess. Maybe a 6, but like a 6 because at least Konami tried to give us a check with Evil Swarms. Too bad it didn't work. I mean, like, Evil Swarms are cool, but they just like the other decks are like too broken outside of just summon. Like, I don't know, too many outs. So yeah, I'm happy to see this format go. The next thing is Number Hunters. I don't know very much about this set or any of the stuff that came out of it. I know that there's that Master of Blades or whatever that's supposed to be kind of good. I know that there's a box of friends that's supposed to be sort of good, and there's like stuff like crazy box. Who can catch me up on the big stuff and number hunters? What's the big deal with that set?
Like, it would have been good for this format, but like it came too late. Crazy Box would have been good with EEV, but like after this ban list, it kind of won't matter anymore. Master Blaze won't matter because they're gonna hit E Dragons and Mermail. I don't know how hard they'll hit Mermail, but they'll still hit them. So I think Master Blaze is gonna fall.
Yeah, I think that it is a little. It's kind of like too little, too late. Like it's a bunch of Xyz that you
It's
wish
like
you could.
banning Sengen. It was too late.
Personally, I think it's like a bunch of Xyz that you really wish you could put in your extra deck, but the fact of the matter is there are already better ones out. Like, you know, more relevant stuff.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. What about Box of Friends? Does that like do something special?
It's not that good. It's okay.
It depends on what deck you're playing with. If you're playing Gym Knights, you get lots of +1s off of it, but that's about it. I mean, unless you go for a Sapphire and a Garnet, which lets you go for like overlays or certain fusions if you need them. Other than that, no, there's not that many really
If you could
great
summon
things
it
out there.
and use it like Rescue Rabbit, it'd be better. But it
Yeah,
has
that'd
to
be
be
amazing.
battle.
Right?
It'd be
Yeah.
just as bad as Rescue Rabbit.
A
I don't
popular,
know.
a
I don't
sort of
know.
popular belief that I've read on the internet. Number Hunters releasing all of these Xyz kind of at once. Does this mean that Xyz are about to see kind of their last legs, maybe in this September format, before getting phased? And because as we know, Synchro's got about 2 years before they started to fade. So does this mean that we're hitting the end of the Xyz stride? What do you guys, Dimitri? Do you think maybe that's true?
Uh, yeah, it could be true. I mean, they could make something completely new that'd just be like super dumb, but I still think they're gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, to be quite honest, I think that since we've seen more or less the ugliest side of Xyz, I mean like the big eye Drago sack just everywhere thing, I think that it can't get too much worse. So that I feel like it could be the last limbs. Aaron,
Synchros are coming back.
that'd be nice.
No,
I
they
think they are.
are.
Well, I thought all the ones in Judgment of the Light weren't that great though.
Some of them are, and we're getting more synchro support in the future. And like Konami's lining up on the ban list for synchros to exist.
Yeah.
Aaron, how about you? I mean, what are your thoughts on
I guess they could be trying to fade out seeds, but I think they got like at least a year and a half left in them at least, maybe more.
yeah, Dolo?
I don't think it's easy going anywhere for a little while. I mean, strictly because like they're too accessible, like they're too easy to make, they're too easy to use. Like just like the whole concept around Exceeds is just like it's too simple. Like
Yeah, like any deck can do it. And it's just
yeah,
like two same levels. So
that's what I'm saying. Like synchros are coming back, but Exceeds are still gonna exist. Like, and the only thing it's gonna do is make our extra deck space just even like tighter, because like we're gonna get new synchros, and then Exceeds are still here.
yeah, it's
It's
like
just
what?
gonna be crazy.
Yeah, what becomes a staple versus.
But the only thing I can say is like this format, the next format. I think the last two Exceeds heavy decks that are going to be good are going to be Fire Fist and Console, and after that, I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, we're also joined now by Joseph number two, who, there's Joseph number two. He was in the last podcast. Joseph
What's
number
up?
two. We're talking about the Number Hunters set, and if by releasing all these XZ so quickly, if Konami might be indicating that the XZ era is coming to an end, do you think that that might be true?
Probably not. They're probably gonna like introduce a few more good ones. They'll just spread them out across sets. Whatever they feel like should be a good seller or make a lot of money for them, they'll probably do it. Synchros probably will be out too. So
Yeah. So I think that kind of clears up our Number Hunters bit. Uh, Judgment of the Light. What comes in this set again? Is this the one that?
Celestial Dragon.
All the Fire
Rooster.
Fists, all of it. Wolfberg.
Yeah.
Master Keyblade,
Like,
Master Key
I
Beetle.
kind of feel like.
Right?
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
So let's take
No,
these cards one by one. Master Key Beetle. This is a big deal for apparently two reasons I've heard. A is the obvious Eradicator, and B is that there are some combos it can make with a couple of cards. I'm not entirely
Evil
sure on
Swarms.
this. Oh, okay.
Yeah, if they run safe zone, the key beetle can target the safe zone while it's face down, and then in turn the past player, and you can safe zone the key beetle, and now it's another lock, kind of like
White Dragon.
white dragon ninja along with safe zone.
Yeah, but like
It can't be destroyed at all.
Ladies
So.
can still flip the safe zone and then kill the key beetle. So
Right, it's just I don't know. That's one of the main combos that I've read.
Anybody else kind of know of any Master Key Beetle stuff?
You can do it with
deck
Band-Aiding's
lockdown.
emptiness.
Yep.
In deck lockdown, you play key beetle and
Oh
target deck
yeah,
lock.
then it doesn't die, right?
Yep.
That's
When
neat.
its time goes up, even if key beetle dies, deck lockdown will stay there forever unless it is teed off.
That's interesting. That's actually really interesting because that makes Deck Lockdown a lot more viable as a card. Um, Now the next card, Wolfberg. This is the coach thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dimitri,
Soldier.
Dimitri's our local Fire Fist player, sort of. Dimitri, what does Wolfberg do? Why is it important? And yeah.
Well, he can make one card exceed like rank fours, and he's Beast Warrior, so you can get him with Tenki, so he's busted.
Yep.
Level 8 fire synchros.
Yeah, and he can also get more, and then he could go into level 8s, which is kind of dumb, but
So
hey.
just free plays type thing.
Yeah.
What is the next card that you're saying that comes out of the set?
Rooster.
Oh yeah, the Fire Fist Rooster. Fire Fist Rooster, guys. What is that? Isn't that the one? What's it do?
When it's special by the effect of a Fire Fist, you can add a Fire Fist from your deck to your hand. You only use the effect once per turn. You can send one fire formation to the you control to the graveyard to set one from the deck.
It's consist.
It sounds a bit crazy.
Oh, and it's a spirit target, so
I've
Yep.
heard some people saying that Wolfberg might actually make Rooster not as popular card. Why would that be? Dimitri, local Fire Fist player. Do you think that's true?
It could be like I like the stun Fire Fist variant better, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning to the work build, but yeah, Chicken's still a really good card.
It's two different decks. It'll be
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's
3
all
axes
player
and
preference.
4.
yeah.
So
Three axes and four.
which Fire Fist build do you guys think will be dominant? You know, the
Like, if
faster.
you're heading into a format, which I think we're heading into, which is a grind format, I think the 4 axis
The
with
four
Wolfberg would
axes.
be
Yeah,
better.
4 axes.
But like, in a more explosive format, I think the 3 axis with Chicken would be better.
Hold
But
up.
for the upcoming format, I want to say the Wolfberg variant.
The three axis build is gonna be fun, but the,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
four the, the
Yeah.
four axis build is gonna be more consistent because of Wolfberg. Like yeah, it's Wolfberg.
So what else is coming out of Judgment of the Light that's kind of important, worth noting?
Fire King Yashka.
Yaksha.
Uh,
Yaksha, yeah.
what's he
He's
do?
going to be if a face of Fire King is destroyed by a card effect, you can spell something from your hand. If this card is destroyed into the graveyard, you can destroy one card on the field, or one card in the hand, or one card you control, and you only use the effect once per turn. But the thing is, you can destroy the big phoenix in your hand, and then
Oh,
during the next
right.
standby phase, it brings it back out and just dark holes.
So more Fire King combos. This doesn't seem like it's going to be a particularly big money set. I mean, I guess as
It's not. It's just like a support set besides Bujin, and introducing Bujin.
Aaron, you seem to know a bit about Bujin. Explain that deck, or is it even going to be good in Judgment of the Light, or do we have to wait until Shadow
You
Spectre?
need Shadow.
In Judgment of the Light, it's okay. And Shadow Spectres makes it like super uber nut mode broken thing,
Yeah, they get their own cold wave. That's retarded.
and that's not
Bujin
even
are the war guys, right?
not.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So probably not like so. It's yeah, like Mason said, it seems more like a support set, leading into the next format, which is also what we're about to talk about. Now we're going to have a more dedicated ban list discussion podcast coming soon, but so for some light, sort of generalized predictions, just some basic. What what are we seeing for kind of the general outlook for next format? I think we can definitely start by saying that Prophecy and Dragons are definitely getting the hit.
Mermail's getting a hit.
It's likely that Mermails will too. People, I've heard back and forth reports on whether or not they think that Evil Swarm should get hit.
I've heard back and forth things about Tanky.
Yeah, Tinky's a card that's kind of been up
Tinky's
and down.
gonna need to get it. It's gonna need to get it. Like,
No, I
just
think they're gonna keep it to push Fire Fist though. I think they'll hit it in March.
Yeah, they'll probably wait to hit
Right.
it till the new deck gets to blow up.
yeah.
So, just generally, like, Joseph number one, it's fun saying that. Joseph number one, what are your general cards you think that could get hit on this ban list? Just general things, like, to hit the 4 main decks and stuff.
I don't think they're going to hit Judgment. I think they're going to hit Secrets or Little Blue. Because Judgment's not that great by itself. You need Little Blue or Secrets to push it along. I think Big Eye will get hit, not Dracossack as much. Because Dracosack's not the problem in the deck, it's the Big Eye.
So do you think like, Big Eye banned or to 1?
I think, if anything, Big Eye would go to 1, and then later, if he's still a problem, he's going to get banned. Kind of like how Zen Mighty was.
They're just going to glow him. They're going to put him from like 3 to 1 to 0.
Right. Kind of like I did for Zen Mighty, the little boat.
And how about Swarms and Fire?
I think Ophion will go to 2. Kirkian might go to 2. They might put Caster 2. It'd be really fucked up if they put Heliotrope at 1.
Yeah. I don't. And how about Mermails? What do you think?
Not much really they can hit.
Dragoon's the 1. That's all I gotta say about that. Like that would be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would do it.
Dragoon and Heavy at 1.
Alright, and so
that's about it. Everything else is not that scary.
The next person, Joseph number 2. What are your general kind of just off the top of your head picks for what could get hit?
Oh. I don't even know, man. They've taken a weird direction with this game. Like before, it'd be kind of like I can almost guarantee this card's gonna get banned, and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
Now you're just like, what are they thinking?
Yeah, it's gotten unpredictable. I mean, like, how do you think that they'll hit like Dragons, Prophecy?
I mean, they're probably not going to touch the big dragons. From what I can see, the little dragons actually do more damage to me than the bigger ones do. They pull out the big ones. So if you limit the ability to completely just spam with the little dragons, I mean, I'm pretty sure they can't do much. If they put them at 1, what are they going to do?
I know what they're going to do to dragons.
I don't know how they can hit them. So they've got literally too much stuff. The Super Rejuve, the Gold Star.
Super Rejuve does get banned.
Super Rejuve's gonna get banned. Just simple as that.
Yeah, that's actually one of the ones I was gonna say.
It's the problem.
How about Prophecy, Joseph number 2? What do you think about Prophecy? How maybe if it'll get a hit?
I don't like Kaiku. I don't like it at all.
It's really not Kaiku that's the problem, though.
I think Kaiku's just good because it's like it's part of the format. Like it
just screws the whole thing.
Like Kaiku's good because like
Kaiku the format destroying.
Yeah, Kaiku the format destroyer, and like it's like Star Hall, and Star Hall would be good if like Judgment and Secrets weren't crazy. So it's just kind of like,
right.
So I mean, it all kind of boils down to like Judgment and Secrets needing some kind of hits, whether it's like 2-1 or 1-2 or something. Do you think Mermails will get hit?
The only thing that really would affect them is like I said earlier, probably Dragoons or I don't know, maybe Lind down to 2, maybe. I don't know how you could even limit that to make it.
Like even if Dragoons with the 1, Mermails would like still be retarded.
Yeah. And Mason just some off the top of the head picks.
Big Out of 1, Super Rejuve banned. Spellbook of Magician of Prophecy to 1. Book of Moon to 2. Just random stuff, really. Don't touch Evil Swarms. Dragoons to 1.
Oh, so don't touch Evil Swarms. What's your reasoning for that?
Because it's not going to be that good next format.
Evil Swarms,
Evil Swarms is a deck that's good depending if the format calls for it.
Yeah, that is.
The next format, like, I'm going to summon Ophion. That's nice. I'll summon Bear. GG.
Exactly.
If they go to spamming 4s like I think they're going to next next
I think we
rotation.
should like spam Keybeal or something. Like
Evil Swarm is the anti-meta of this format. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't be that great next format at all.
And Dimitri, just random ban list picks. Kind of what to talk about.
Basically what everyone else said. Ban Super Rejuve, Big Item One. I don't think Evil Swarms need to get touched, like Mason said, because they're not gonna do anything next format. Mermaids are okay. I mean, like Dragoons could get hit. That's all I can see. And yeah, that's basically all I have.
Aaron, how about you?
Yeah, I agree with that. Like everyone else, Big Eye won, Super Juke banned.
Spellbooks, what about them?
One spellbooks put like Blue Boy or Secrets to one, and if depending on if you put that to one, then put maybe Judgment at two, something like that. And then like for Mermails, what's it called? Dragoons to one, and maybe something with the trap card.
This
Sphere to two or
that's
something.
interesting.
Yeah.
And Dolo, how about you? I mean,
It's the same thing everybody else said. I'm not even gonna go through it again because they did everything,
right.
but pretty much all the same stuff.
Yeah, mine's more or less the same. I feel like Super Rejuve just like needs the ban. I think that
even like if you put it to one, it's still broken. Like it
yeah,
should be
even
zero.
at one, I think it needs the ban. Big Eye could go to one. This will sound hateful, but I mean, like, I think that I agree with Joseph number two in that the babies could be a potential target to like hit. I'm not.
Yeah, I would like hit each one of those to one or
Yeah,
ban.
if like
Yeah,
they were
that makes
each at
sense to me.
one, that could be a good way to hit it. I don't really. Some people don't like Draco Sack, but I don't think that that's
Like,
like.
Draco
Draco
Sack
Sack
won't be
not the
good.
problem.
Yeah, I don't think that's really the issue. I
Right.
think that like in if it somehow still became stayed an issue, then maybe in March something could happen to it. But for now, I don't think it's like nearly as annoying and sacky as
Draco
I think.
Sack's gonna fall in price so hard next
Yep.
format.
This is assuming. I think for prophecy, I agree with like Aaron and stuff. I think that it's like judgment and secrets. One can go to one, and the other can go to two. I guess it doesn't matter how that which is which, but I would rather see judgment to one and secrets to two. However, I guess it. I mean, like on the whole,
If you
They
put
can
Judgment,
recycle
I don't think they'll
anyway.
hit Judgment at all, simply because it came out of Tachyon.
if
Like
judgment
Yep.
doesn't
that's
get
why I'm iffy on touching the baby dragons because they just came out.
if judgment doesn't get hit, then I think definitely just a secrets to one should
I
should be
think
a
Blue Boy will be hit because they're gonna have to go around and play bad spellcaster monsters to get to work.
Right, that would make the variations of the deck instead of just spamming the same three
Because like
cards.
secrets isn't good unless you can search the Blue Boy and further your combo.
so hateful as it sounds. I think that mermaids should. This is gonna sound hateful. I know it's gonna sound like, oh no, that's not gonna happen. But I think like Dragoons and Lind both need to be hit. I don't think that they should necessarily both go to one. Although I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I think like Dragoons to one and like Lind to two, or maybe Abyssphere, like Aaron said. Maybe Abyssphere
That would slow down some consistency.
be
We'd
a
have
good
to start using the other crap, like the spells and
Maybe.
stuff.
and that'd be good. And I think that even though Evil Storm's quote unquote won't be a threat next format, I do think that there's nothing wrong with doing something just to like touch the deck a bit because I feel like yeah, like something like Kirkion would be nice to see go to what one.
Have to hit something.
Well,
Maybe even
that's a
like
lot of hate generated just by this format. I'm pretty
Because
sure it's
yeah.
not going to matter later.
Ophion by itself is not like the card, but the card that makes it with the plus is.
And
Glow up bulb is coming off.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It needs
okay.
to.
I mean, we're getting plant support next set, and that
It
plant
needs to.
support's kind of broken.
Yeah.
So it's glow up bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, think about it. We had three spore and one. We have two with three spore, one dandy, two debris dragon, and one lone fire. If we get gold bulb, it's gonna be fucking synchro time.
And let's not
Yeah.
talk about how broken Crane
And we're
is.
getting a level 2 synchro.
Oh.
We're getting a level 2 synchro tuner that's coming out for
Uh,
Quasar.
Yep.
it sounds exciting. Is it not
that's dumb.
really at all? So just now then, assuming the ban list works out somewhat how we've all been guessing, what do you guys, aside from Fire Fists, think will be the most viable decks come September? I'm gonna start by saying I think that a lot of the Redox decks are gonna be really good.
Yeah.
More or less Redox anything will be competitive. I mean like Redox Gadget, Redox Plants, of course, Um I don't know that anything else. Mason, you said heroes. What are your thoughts on?
I want to say Heroes and Constellar, simply because Constellar have Pleiades and Omega and Honest, and they can take anything they basically want to. And Heroes for the simple fact that they're like, not just a hero deck, not Bubble Beat or anything. I'm talking about light hero Gemini Beat, where they run the 3 Gemini Spark and the 2 Hero Blast. Like it's like really hard to lose the Fire Fist because you have the Gemini Spark for the bear, and like if they summon something else, you just Hero Blast it back and get your Alias back.
Right.
And without bears, like they main deck skill drain. So like Constellar, Fire Fist, skill drain is gonna be that good card next format.
Right. Yeah. Do you guys think there's anything else that might,
But Dolces might because they can OTK.
I think Undying Mermaids are gonna come back.
That's something actually.
Yeah, that seems
I
legit.
definitely don't think that like I feel like Konami would be more like they'd be happier to like kind of kill off dragons and spellcasters, but maybe keep something like Mermails a little more viable. Um,
Well, they're definitely going to keep milking it for a little while because they're coming
Yeah.
out with the 10s.
yeah, and they did just do that, Megalo.
And they kind of just reprinted Megalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts.
Do we
Yep.
think that we'll see any major kind of off the wall ban list hits, like a power spell card shift or a
BLS gonna get banned again. I'm not even playing.
Yeah.
It's gonna
You
get banned
probably will
again
just
because
because they made a replacement.
they made a replacement.
yeah? Do we? As for
But
power,
that replacement is garbage.
Yeah, it's
It
very
is, but
bad,
for
but it's a
power
replacement.
power spells, do we think we'll see like Reborn Heavy or Dark Hole get
I
phased
want
out?
Heavy to go, but it won't. And I want Dark Hole to go simply because in the grind format, Dark Hole is just too good. Like
It's
it doesn't seem
devastating.
that way because the last couple formats we've had, Dark Hole doesn't mean much. But like,
Okay.
if you remember like the X Saber format or anything like that, fucking Dark Hole, like not X Saber, but whenever Dark Hole came back, Dark Hole was the nuts.
Right. Yeah.
It came
Yeah.
back in a grind format.
And then
I think Heavy should go, and I think Giant Trunade should come back to 1.
Fire Fists are broken with that. Oh my god, Trinity.
Yeah.
Firefist with Trunade could get nasty.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah, you're
Stick with
right.
that.
That'd be terrible.
yeah, I know. And
I
but like,
was thinking Cold
it's
Wave.
not really do anything.
I was thinking like MST could go to 1 and Cold Wave could get cycled back in because there's no OTKs next format,
That'd be
but hardly.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. I would say
Dolces.
not yet. But then again, if that plant thing becomes a thing,
They have to supplement with spells on the plant thing.
Yep.
I'm just saying with Dolces.
It can
They can
OTK.
OTK now.
I mean, it's certainly not something that can OTK like turn 1 though, right?
Yes, it
They
can.
can.
Oh well, never mind.
It's a 3-card combo.
Oh, Harpies. What about those?
Oh, Harpies. Yeah, that's a great one.
They
I
can
think that next
sit in the
format
hole.
Harpies might finally have some credibility. Like I think
Yeah.
they were only not great because they just they got overshadowed. Them and Mecha Phantom Beasts.
They don't have Dancer.
They haven't got Dancer yet. If they get Dancer, it'll be some shit.
There's a 2-card OTK with Dancer.
Exactly.
So I mean, like that's definitely something that could be a threat.
That's a thing. Yes.
Aaron, you played Infernities this format, and now that kind of we're probably going to see the back of spellcasters and dragons, do you think that Infernities will?
Well, depending on how like the balance would work, if it goes to like a grindish type format, then Fernies would be the fastest thing ever, and it could set up really fast and just yeah.
And True Mate will break that deck again.
And Dimitri, how about you? Like any kind of sleeper picks for what could be good?
Constellars could be really good, but somebody already said that, I think. But yeah, I just think consoles would be really good next format.
Right.
I'm just playing around with different stuff right now. I actually picked up a full like skeleton for X Sabers just out of boredom because tanky, it just there's a lot of new support for it. Nobody ever actually used X Saber or MX Saber Invoker in X Sabers.
Yeah, I love Sabers. Sabers are like.
It's so fun to play with. The only problem is you have to set up, and I think some of the problems with setting up is kind of gone now.
The only issue.
Unless you're Paul and then you open the nuts.
Now, Paul apparently gets great saber hands, but
Right.
the only weakness to sabers, like the sabers like biggest worst matchup, and I know this from a lot of experience. Fire Fist really gives sabers trouble because Tinky Bear just like It's
that's
rough.
very true.
It's very rough. Like, I mean, like mermails are always hard, but like if mermails get hit, it won't be that big a deal for sabers. But like, still, fire fists are always like the hardest thing. Like heroes are, I think heroes are even. You know, Sams are. You can handle stuff like Sams. It's fire fists. Like Ophion's
Yeah.
issue too, though. But if Ophion, hopefully, you know. So are there any other major topics kind of moving from this format to next format that we might need to kind of cover? Yes, no, maybe so. So I guess that concludes this podcast. We hope you guys all enjoyed. This was sort of a more laid-back podcast. We don't really have anything special to talk about. But in the next podcast, we will be talking about some in-depth ban list discussions, and by that time, the fake list might even be popping up. So should be fun. And that concludes. Remember, this was Team APS. You can only find great quality podcasts like this on this channel. So if you enjoyed it, subscribing helps. This was number 1, Joseph number 2, Dolo, Mason, Aaron,
Hi.
and Dimitri. So, um, that's all. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys later.